वंदना स्वामी स्वामी जी, प्रणाम।
अमृत जी, चौराहे का पचकान दे सकते हैं?
हाँ 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 बिल्कुल। आज उपवास है।
जी स्वामी जी।
कल सुबह सूर्योदय तक एक करने के योग से दिन में 3 आहार का पूरे 4 आहार का करवाना है ना।
जी जी।
हाँ, कल सुबह सूर्योदय तक एक करने के योग से 4 आहार का त्याग है।
त्याग है, नहीं स्वामी जी।
वाह। So, so today is a review session. If somebody has any question, because you all have received all the textbooks for all meditations, and also about in general about all about Praksha meditation. So if somebody has gone through the textbook or whatever questions you have, please let me know.
Swami Samiji.
Yes.
Samiji, I have a question
Yes.
about the chakras and kendras.
Yes.
So there are different, 2 or 3 different names. How are they associated? What is the relationship between chakras, kendras, and I forgot. But
Marmasthan.
right, yeah, I know, yeah. Just
Okay, so just you have to understand here that chakras, kendras and marmasthan are not separate. Okay, they are same. All different traditions use their peculiar word, which are technical terms for them. But when we when we try to analyze the meaning, then they are not talking different things. They are talking the same things. In Ayurveda, it is said marmasthan. In a Hindu tradition, Hindu yoga, it is said chakras, and in Praksha meditation system, it is said kendras. Okay, so all the 3 terms are synonymous or interchangeable or having the same meaning. Okay, but yes, what happened in a Hindu tradition, there are 7 chakras which have been discussed. Okay, so they have found only 7 chakras inside the body. According to Jainism, or a Jain philosophy, that each cell is having the same power. Okay, so you can develop the entire body as different chakras. So but those places which are active in our body, so they have been recognized Chaitanya Kendras. It means they are the centers of concentrated consciousness. Okay, the consciousness of our soul is working in concentrated form in that particular part. So apart from the 7 chakras, we have all the 5 senses. Okay, so ear, nose, tongue, eyes. So these 4 on skin. So the whole skin is also active. It is also a what we say part of concentrated consciousness, because all the 5 senses are working, and they are especially using consciousness to know the objects. Clear? So they are also the centers of concentrated consciousness. Apart from this, wherever there are glands in the body, so according to science, the glands are they say is in the language of science, it is they are the places of the glands. Clear? So where are there are important glands are located? For example, the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. These are very important glands of our body, and they are in the upper portion of our body. It means that they are in forehead or top of the head. So they are also very important. So all these things have been recognized in the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is also very uh, important part of our brain or for our body itself. It is the place for the emotions which emerge here, or the thought process. So it is the active part of our thought process, or expressing the emotions. So these are the very active part of our body actually, okay, where the consciousness is working in a concentrated form, and we can see the effect of that. So that's why they have been recognized as separate chakras or kendras, you can say. So in Praksha meditation, because we cannot use the same term which is already famous in the name of the Hindu yoga tradition, and since Acharya Mahapragya Ji has also explored all these points of the body, so he has given the name of Chaitanya Kendra, psychic centers, where consciousness is working intensively.
And there are 12 kendras,
13,
13 kendras,
correct.
7 plus 5
Yes.
indriya.
Yes. So four indriyas are mentioned especially because the skin is spread throughout the body.
Okay.
So it is very difficult to locate one point for that. Clear?
Yeah.
So, but it is also the part of that, because it is very difficult to say that where you have to locate because it is throughout the body. So it is not listed in among the 13s, but hypothalamus, Shanti Kendra, and tongue. So all the four senses, and this pineal gland.
Okay.
Pituitary gland is already considered in 7 chakras, okay? That is Darshan Kendra or Agya Chakra, whatever is.
Right.
So pineal gland is new, hypothalamus is new, and all the four senses are new.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you, Swamiji. This was my question.
yes. So all these things are same, but just because they are different traditions or different sciences, so they have their own language. They have their own terminology.
And marmsthans, they come from which tradition?
From Ayurveda. So that's why acupressure, acupuncture therapy work. Okay. Where there are some sensitive parts of our body. Marmasthan means sensitive parts. Okay. So where you can press and you can channelize the energy which is blocked, or there is some toxins accumulated, so you can disperse them or take them out, okay, through our body parts. So in this way, the acupressure, Suzhok, Reiki, all these Reiki is a kind of use of the electrical power, vital power of our body. Okay, so that is related to Tejas body, bioelectricity, or bioelectrical body, or vital body, or vital energy, whatever is. So they are using the vital energy of our body, okay, for curing. And acupressure, acupuncture, Suzhok, all these therapies, they are working on especially the sensitive part of our body. So wherever you will press, they have recognized so many points in the body. If you want to cure kidney or heart or lungs, then you have to press on this point or at that point. Okay, so they are called sensitive parts of our body where treatment can be given and we can come out of some problems.
So there is no parallel between marmsthans, kendras, and chakras.
Yeah, that's why they are using different terms, okay? Because they have been recognized, they are recognizing their things according to their need. So Ayurveda is focusing on treatment, okay? So health issues. It is not talking about how you can develop yourself into spirituality, or you can go into deeper experiences. And the Hindu tradition, Hindu yoga is talking about your inner awakening or inner power, chakra powers.
Yeah. Okay.
Praksha meditation is talking about how your consciousness can be developed. Okay, so how your consciousness is working throughout your body, which are the crucial, the sensitive parts where consciousness is working in a concentrated form. Okay, so yes, they have little bit differences in their what we say, in their concepts behind all these chakras or kendras, so little bit they have differences also, but yes, you can also understand in the same language. They are talking different language, but the same kind of things.
And mudras, Samniji, they have both spiritual aspect and health aspect.
Correct. Yes. Yes. So all the mudras, there are certain mudras which help us for our concentration, for our inner peace or tranquility, and some mudras are most of the mudras are related to the health, or they are balancing the elements of the body inside the body. Sometimes they are also working as a marmasthana. So wherever we are placing,
Right.
we are getting balance. So they also work like the marmasthana, sensitive parts of our body.
Thank you, Samniji.
Okay. Any other thing? So there is no question. Clear? Now today we will practice contemplative meditation. So Parmarji, your class will start from 9:30 or right now?
9:30 on Damachi. 9:30, right? Whenever you like.
Yes. So 9:30. So I'm giving meditation for 15 minutes. After your session will start. Okay.
Thank you.
So contemplative meditation, as we know that so far as we have used the technique of meditation, in which perception and awareness were primarily used for concentration. Thinking was considered an interference and was banished as far as possible. In this contemplative meditation practice, we will see that how we can use the conscious mind, even the thinking, to engage in a deeper, what we say, experiences of the truth. So meditation and thinking process can also help us to explore the truth, to understand the truth in a better way. So the contemplative meditation is based on thinking process actually. So it is using conscious mind. Generally in meditation process, we shut down our conscious mind and awaken the subconscious mind and what we say, inner consciousness, higher consciousness. So proper performance of the technique will bring about attitudinal changes. The activators of negative attitudes such as fear, hate, envy, suspicion, greed, conceit, self-pity, inferiority, etc. Result in tension, frustration, dependency, failure, unhappiness, etc. So yes, by this contemplative process, we can come out of all these negative emotions, and also we can come out of these psychological dispositions or psychological problems. The activators of the positive attitudes such as belief, patience, understanding, confidence, humility, etc. Result in diametrically what we say opposite personality factors such as success, health, friendship, growth, security, and happiness. So that's why in contemplative meditations we are focusing on such good values or good affirmations. The technique of contemplative meditation is a practical application of willpower which has been sufficiently developed and reinforced by prior practice of meditation. The power of the will is exercised through mental autosuggestion as well as repeated recitation of selected slogans and syllables. Autosuggestion is a message to one's own higher consciousness, higher subconscious mind for self-improvement. It is a direct appeal to one's spiritual self for correcting one's attitude and behavior. Its modus operandi is to generate counter variations, which are vibrations, which are capable of countermanding the effects of negative attitude attitude activators, and a spiritual self has the power and authority to maintain one's emotional and mental health and to restore it if it is ever lost through the false belief of consciousness. So practice of the contemplative meditation may be restored to both pre as well as post meditational practice. So it is in the tradition, and that's why it is given importance. Even before meditation you have to contemplate on the truth, and even after meditation you should contemplate on the truth which you have experienced through meditation. So contemplative meditation is given preference even before and after of the meditation. And it is also a kind of meditation, but it is a thinking, thoughtful meditation in which we take one syllable or particular affirmation for our meditation. So now sit in the comfortable posture, and with 5 Om sounds we will start our contemplation on 4 fearlessness actually. So sit in the comfortable posture, the videos must be open. Sit in comfortable posture, keep both the hands in the posture of knowledge. Close your eyes softly, take a long breath, make a sound. Relax. Relax your entire body, mind, and vocal cord. Make a resolution. The goal of Praksha meditation is self-realization. Make a resolution. I am practicing Praksha meditation for the purification of my psyche. I am practicing Praksha meditation for the purification of my psyche. I am practicing Praksha meditation for the purification of my psyche. Now relax your body, concentrate your mind on the big toe of your right foot. starting from the toes, see each and every part of your body up to the top of your head. See each and every part. Give auto suggestion to be relaxed. 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 Feel complete relaxation throughout the body. Now concentrate your consciousness on the entire region of lungs from neck to heart. This is the center of bliss, Ananda Kendra. In Hindu Yoga, it is known as Anahat Chakra. The place of thymus gland. Concentrate your consciousness on this particular chakra or psychic center. Repeat 9 times the following words aloud. My positive attitude of fearlessness is becoming stronger. Repeat 9 times. My positive attitude of fearlessness is becoming stronger. 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 Feel the same insight that the sense of fearlessness is becoming stronger and stronger in you. You are becoming free from all the fears. I am becoming free from fear. 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 Feel that you are free from all fears. You are completely fearless. Visualize this affirmation written on the chest region in bright green color. My positive attitude of fearlessness is becoming stronger, and I am becoming free from fear. This affirmation should be visualized in bright green color on the chest. Read each word slowly and silently. Repeat this for about 5 times. Visualizing the affirmation in green color, you have to repeat the same affirmation mentally. I realize that my positive attitudes of fearlessness have become stronger, and I have become free from fear. Realize yourself as a fearless person. Whatever situations may be, but you are standing as a fearless person. Concentrate your consciousness on the entire portion of lungs from neck to heart, and repeat the following syllable: fearlessness, fearlessness, fearlessness. Experience that fearlessness is increasing in you. You are becoming bold, very confident to deal with any situation. You have solution to your all fearful situations. You are completely bold and fearless. Feel yourself, visualize yourself as a strong person. very courageous, very bold, having no fear. We are intelligent being. We have solution to our all problems. Nothing is to be worried. Now with two long and deep breath, we will come out of meditation. Making two Om sounds, we will conclude meditation. Now rub both the hands, keep them on the eyes and open your eyes gently. So it was a new meditation. So affirmation works. Yes. It boosts confidence in you, confidence and courage. Okay. So now Ramesh Parmar is among us, so he will start his session.
Namaste, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Happy holidays. Can I share my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen, everyone?
Yes, you can make it enlarge.
Yeah. So let us, before we, there's some echo I hear. Is it my side? Can you hear me now?
Now
Yeah,
you can.
good. Thank you.
Okay.
Before we start, let us do a little bit of stretches before we start the presentation. If you'd like to just get up, we'll just do maybe a couple of rounds of sun salutation. But before that, let's just start swinging. Stand up, legs about shoulder width apart, and then making a little bit of circles around the waist, making bigger circles as we go. And now start bending, tapping your thighs, knees, calf muscles, ankles, waking your body up early morning. It's weekend. You have had a long weekend too. Thank you for joining, even if it's a holidays time. So it shows you are very well committed. The shoulders, the stomach, and release. Let's go ahead and bring the shoulders close to the ears. Exhale it down. Bring it up close to the ears and down. Again, you know this posture very well. I'm not giving you very detailed instructions that, making a fist and thumb inside the fist and bringing it up and exhaling it down. Okay, let's do Tadasana. Interlace your fingers. The key is to focus on the root, on the balls of your feet. If you want, you can come off the mat so that you can maintain balance for a long time. It's a stability pose and a stretch pose also. So interlacing your finger, inhale, come on the balls of your feet and stretch. Exhaling down. You can actually stay using the support of the balls like your tripod. So the balls of feet will really stabilize you if you focus. Just forget about extending your hand. Just see if you can come on your tippy toes, where the balls of the feet, your weight is on the balls of the foot, both the feet. And if you pay attention, you can actually stand there for much longer time, right? You're not just doing a regular breathing. You can stay longer. So that's the trick in all balancing pose. Let's interlace in a different way. And then inhale, come on the balls of your feet and stretch up and release, relax. Let's do some neck exercises. Today, the focus is thyroid. Thyroid is all related to neck area. So we'll do gentle. If you have any thyroid issue, as usual, do only postures. You know your body's limitations, where you are in your practice. Do only things that doesn't cause you any injury. Anytime if it's too much, you decide to just not do it, relax. Go into child pose or a savasana. Okay, let's go ahead and move the neck towards the right. Center. Again, if you have thyroid, try to do it very gently. You know your body the best. Again, on the right, center, left, right, center, left, ceiling, exhaling down, flow. Inhaling, looking at the sun, ceiling, exhaling down, looking at the floor. One more time, ceiling, flow. Right ear to the right shoulder, breathing out, center, exhaling, left ear to the left shoulder, center, one more time to the right, center, left, center, one more time to the right, center, left, center. Let's do the rotation. The top of the head is pointed to 12 o'clock. We are going to go to 1 o'clock slowly, gently. You don't have to stretch too far, especially if you have thyroid issues. Just very gentle, moving clockwise to the 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's do one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 o'clock. Let's do counterclockwise. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 12. One more time. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 12. Release. Relax. Just shake your legs and hands, getting ready for a couple of rounds of sun salutation. And we are going to do some of the new postures today, very specific to the thyroid management of thyroid issues. Center of the mat, front of the mat, hands by the side. Now that you have had a good experience, if you like, you can close your eyes also. Inhale, exhale, prayer pose. Inhale, stretch up, arch back. Exhale, forward bend. Palms, both the palms on the ground. Inhale, right leg back. Looking at the sun. You're ready for your sprint. Stretching your stride. Hold the breath, other leg back in the plank. Exhaling, lower the body. Inhaling, cobra, pushing away from ears. Exhaling, inverted V, walking in place. Hips go towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Chest comes close to your head comes close to the chest, and your hips are away from the ground. Left knee on the ground, right leg comes forward, looking up, breathing in. Exhaling, other leg comes forward. Inhaling, stretch up, arch back, release, relax. We are going to do on the left side.
Ramesh,
This is
sorry.
just to warm up.
Ramesh, can you stop the sharing the slide so that you can be visible?
Yes, sorry about that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. This is just, I want us to warm up before we get into the thyroid specific poses. We'll do on the right. Second round. Inhale, exhale, prayer pose. Inhale, stretch up, arch back. Exhale, forward bend. Right leg back. Hold, other leg back. Exhale, lower the body. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, inverted V. Left knee on the ground, right leg comes forward. Exhale, the other leg comes forward. Inhale, stretch up, arch back, release, relax. Let's do one on the left side, then we'll go to very specific poses for thyroid. Couple of poses I want to give it a try. Inhale, exhale, prayer pose. Stretch up, arch back, forward bend, left leg back, look up, hold the breath, other leg back, lower the body, cobra, inverted V, right knee on the ground, left leg comes forward, exhale, the other leg comes forward, inhale, stretch up, arch back, exhale, release. Lie down on your back. I'm going to give very specific instructions. I don't know if you have completed Dhanurasana, but we are going to focus, lie down on your stomach, sorry. We are going to start with Cobra, Dhanurasana, and Salabhasana, half locust. We'll do that in a sequence. And it's very, very unique for thyroid is that we do very gentle. When you're working with people who have thyroid issues, we have to be very careful about it. So we're making a pillow and resting one side of the cheek on your personal pillow and breathing. Just make sure you're breathing in, the tummy pushes against the ground. Exhaling, tummy goes away from the ground. So now plant the head very close to your shoulders, forehead on the ground, legs together. Just come up a little bit. Just your head is off the mat, you're looking straight. Come down. Let's do one more time. Head comes off the mat and down. Now you feel much stronger. You can go intermediate cobra. Okay? As high as you can. Let's say you're still the lower arm is much closer to the ground. And you're a little bit higher, your head is a little bit higher, you're breathing in and coming down. So these are the different variations you do based on the condition, the thyroid conditions. And now we are going to go on to King Cobra. Use all the strength on your and put it on the palm and push yourself up. Hips are still on the ground. Keep straightening your hands as much as you can and looking at the ceiling. And coming down, release, relax, make a pillow and rest your opposite side of the cheek on your personal pillow. And again, in yoga, that the beauty is its flexibility, that you can do a posture in many ways. Sun salutation, you yourself might have seen many varieties. There's nothing wrong or right. We select one particular style and we stick to it for uniformity purposes. And you can customize it based on what your need is, using the props or things of that nature. We are going to do Dhanurasana. So Dhanurasana, put your forehead on the ground. I'm not sure if you have practiced that before. Bend your legs. Forehead is on the ground, bending the legs, grabbing hold of your ankles. Okay, this is a good starting point. The idea is we want to push the legs away while the upper body comes off the ground. Okay, And the more you stretch in both opposite, pushing both the legs away, upper body is going to come higher. It's a seesaw, like a seesaw. And inhale, exhale, come up. Push the legs away, you're going to come up. And you can create a massaging action, rocking back and forth, massaging your stomach. And release, relax. Put the palm, put your cheek on your personal pillow and relax. We are going to come back up one more time. If there's any question, don't hesitate to ask. I forgot to mention, in the Cobra, if you have an issue with your wrist, you can always use the lower arm, which we have done before. So let's just continue on to Dhanurasana. Again, you can use the support of various props also. For example, if I'm having difficulty, I can use the rope. Okay, and come back up and breathe. Push the legs away from you. You are going to come higher and then rock. If you like rocking, you can rock or you can just stay in one position. Release, relax. There's something in the background. Is a keyboard sound. If we can just mute somebody who is on. We are going to do Salabhasana. Not specific to thyroid, but typically these are in a sequence: Cobra, Bow, and Salabhasana. But I just want to share it with you how we do Salabhasana. You take both your hands under your thighs. You make a fist if you like. And the knuckles are on the ground. Legs are together. Put the chin on the ground. Right leg up as high as you can. Not twist. It has to be median, straight line, median, the center of your body. And down. Bring the left leg up and down. Let's do one more time. Right leg up and stay here for 5 seconds. Om 1 and down. Left leg up and down. We are going to do a single-legged stool, right? What do I mean by that? Raise the right leg, support the right leg by the sole of the left foot near the thighs, lower part of the thighs, not on the knee. This is really good for opening the back, maintaining balance. You're not wobbly because you're in the median line. What I mean by median line is that your right leg is in the center. You can maintain the balance. And down. Forehead on the ground. Let's get ready for the left leg. Chin on the ground. Lift the left leg. Support the left thigh with the sole of the right foot. And breathe. This is really good if you feel in your lower back, if it's constrained. So that's the half locust. Let's do full locust. We are going to use the support of our lower arms. With that support, we are going to push both the legs up. Chin on the ground, gather up all the energy and push both the legs up. You can see my lower arm, my whole hand is supporting so that my legs can come off the ground. And breathe. And release. Relax. Rest your cheek on your personal pillow and breathe.
Ramesh bhai, what's the position of your hands? I cannot see.
I make a fist. There are different ways to do it. I make a fist.
No, when you raise your legs. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just show you. I'm getting distracted because there's some sound. Sorry. I don't know where it's coming from my side. Some keyboard is active. Can we see who is? Yeah. Can we just mute? Please, everybody, can you mute so that we can focus? So make a fist and then take it under your thighs. Okay, you're supporting your thighs, right? And then you raise your legs. Are you with me, Rakesh bhai? Yeah? Are you able to see?
Yes, sorry, I was on mute. Yes.
So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to raise the leg, and the strength of my under the thigh support, my hand supporting under the thigh, will help me to move my leg up above the ground.
Yes. Okay. Got
Same
it.
thing with the other leg. And when I'm doing both the legs, I'm gathering the strength and really using the strength of my hands, my arms, and then moving my leg above. It's a fantastic pose.
Yeah. I got confused because you said make a pillow.
Oh, that's just the transition, pillow
Right.
to rest.
Yeah. Yeah.
After you're done, because this is a pose, little
Yeah.
bit challenging pose, you may
That's
not
right.
be able to stay in this longer.
Right. That's what I got confused.
Yeah, and then take a pillow.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. So let's come into the child pose. Unless you
Ramesh
want
bhai,
to do one more
sorry to
time.
interrupt you. Ramesh bhai, can
Please
you
go
hear me
ahead.
okay?
I can hear you. Yeah.
So Ramesh
You
bhai,
can hear
Jai
me?
Jinendra.
Yeah. Jai Jinendra.
So instead of, fist, I normally do it, with the keeping my palms flat. Is that okay?
That's also fine. The palms facing up or down. It basically idea is the support.
Right.
That becomes your anchor for your legs to come off the ground.
Perfect.
So whatever makes sense for you, so for me, it gives me more strength. For some people, just putting the palms where the knuckles are facing on the floor. For some, it may be just pushing their palms on the ground.
Yeah, the other way doesn't work, it's very hard to do the other way, but facing up, it helps. But I tried with the
Okay.
fist, and fist also helping me better. I tried it today, so it works well. Thank you.
Yeah. So the idea is anything that'll give you the strength so that your legs can come off the ground in the half locus, full locus.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
So let's get into would you like to do this one more time, or shall we ready to move on to child pose? I think
One more time, please.
let's do one more time, and I just want to be sensitive to the time as well. We have a lot of material to cover. Okay, let's lie down on our tummy. Take both the hands, whatever your preferred position is, how you want to keep it, your palms, chin on the ground, legs together. As the hands as close to each other is really giving you extra strength. Right leg up, keep the leg straight, doesn't matter how high it goes, keeping it straight, and down, left up, keeping it straight, the toes pointing away from you, flex, actually stretch, toes pointing away from you, and down, left leg, and down. And now get ready, take a break in between if you like, chin on the ground, gather up the energy, and push both the legs up, and breathe. Don't hold your breath. And release, relax. Come into the child pose. One of the things, sometimes you may have difficulty where my bottom is not touching the heel, for example. You can push, maybe bring the hands closer to your knees and push your upper body, your bottom, so that it touches the heel. And then slowly slide down without losing the touch. So the bottom is still touching your heel. And if you stay in this position for long enough, gravity will pull you down. You wouldn't need any pillow. There wouldn't be any gap. Say if you stay in for 2-3 minutes, because such a recovery pose. Let's do cat cow pose, Marjari Asana, where both the shoulders, so you're on all fours. The legs are shoulder width apart, hands are shoulder width apart. And inhaling, looking up, arching down. Exhaling, arching up. The tummy is touching your back muscles. And doing it gently. especially all the thyroid issues are related to the neck area. So even in this posture, it has to be very gentle, the neck movement, okay? And only to the extent possible, doesn't need to be strained. If the person can do only a little bit, looking at the in front, fine, and looking down, also fine. You're trying to do is create a chin lock. Relax this throat area, and the chin lock is basically your chin is touching the throat, okay? But for some ailments, thyroid ailments, this may cause a lot of pain. So we may avoid chin lock, but have them gently move the neck. So when we did the neck exercises, the rotation also, it could be very gentle rotation, not very protracted. Yeah. And when you're doing it clockwise or counterclockwise, very small movements are okay too, because otherwise it could strain. It could cause strain for the person whom you're working with. We have done the Marjorie Asana, the child pose. Now let's do camel pose. Okay. Which we have done this before. Looking at the ceiling, arching back, supporting your lower back. And breathing. And stay here for 5 seconds. Getting ready, visualizing how the camel pose would be, my camel pose, how your specific camel pose would be. I touch with one hand the heels, take my other hand and touch the heels, and keep looking at the ceiling, arching my back and breathing, strengthening my core, tightening my core, breathing, supporting the heels, and coming out, releasing, relaxing, sitting in Vajrasana. Good. So bow is a very important pose in thyroid. You have done shoulder stand also. I understand that we don't want to practice with unless the teacher's in person, but you all are familiar with shoulder stand, correct? And the Viparit Karni. Those are very important postures for thyroid management and Halasana. I don't suggest you to do it unless it's part of your practice, but I'll just demonstrate it now so that we can go through the presentation. Is that okay? You're able to see me? I bend my legs, tuck my t-shirt just to be comfortable that, hey, I'm upside down. I don't want to move my neck when I'm upside down, so I don't want to get distracted. Bend my legs, push my hips up, support my lower back. And this is Viparit Karni, 45 degrees. The gentle chin lock is there. My thyroid is squeezing a little bit, okay? Now, if I want to go full shoulder stand, I keep moving my hands higher and closer to each other so that my back is as straight as possible. Again, you can improvise and use the support of the wall. Okay, this is the shoulder stand. Now I can create a little bit of a switching the leg scissor motion. And now get into the Halasana, squeezing my thyroid. I'm using both the palms to support it, and then slowly use the strength of the palm, hands to come out vertebra by vertebra. Don't drop your body. Again, don't do this unless if it's part of your practice, you can. Otherwise, do it under the guidance of a teacher in person. Those are the 3 postures very critical for thyroid issues. So we'll go to the presentation. Any questions?
Jajinandra, I had a question.
Yes, go ahead.
When you do the Marjorie Wheatley the cat cow pose, my inhaling goes the opposite way. Like when you inhale, you go into the, how do you get out of that?
You're looking at the sun. When I look at the sun, I'm inhaling prana. Whether you do sun salutation, whether you do Suryasana, anything you do, you're looking at the sun, I'm inhaling. Okay, just remember that, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. Similarly, when I'm squishing my tummy, I'm exhaling. Those two are the hints, and that'll help you in so many asanas. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. That's a good tip. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. What am I? 1 second. Okay. Let me maximize it. I think we made the interest of time. We'll try to do gratitude to Acharya Sri, where it could synthesize the research, the scientific research, and the spiritual practices together to bring about solution to help humanity. Again, which we have covered this, the standard disclaimer. So I'm going to include the asana and pranayama for thyroid issues, right? And I think it's probably been covered by Samnijis and by Devendra Bhai, but just at the high level on NMN, what are the functional disorders? Hypothyroid is when it's underactive thyroid. It doesn't produce enough hormones, so your metabolism slows down. Hyperthyroid is overactive, where it produces excessive hormone, it speeds up the metabolism. Those are the two functional disorders. That's the inflammatory part of it. Thyroiditis, where it can cause the inflammation because of the leak in the of the hormones in the bloodstream, and where it could be high and it could be low, like a seesaw puzzle. And then there could be lumps in the thyroid gland. Those are the structural issues. So 3 categories of thyroid ailments, thyroid diseases. When it's underactive, again, the metabolism is slow. What do? Body gains weight, you feel tired. If it's overactive, metabolism is fast, always hungry, weight loss, anxiety. When it's inflamed, then you have neck pain. That's what I was referring to when you do the Marjari Asana or the neck rotation. Be very gentle with that, because that particular ailment creates neck pain. And there could be lumps or swelling in the growth area. Let's look at the underactive gland, what yoga postures could help. And interrupt me anytime. Devendra Bhai and Nana and I are there to answer any question. So shoulder stand, the chin lock basically massages the thyroid. It encourages the hormone regulation. Again, these are based on the research scientifically that has been done. And they measure different components which they will cover. Halasana, you're really compressing the thyroid when the feet is above your head and the toes are touching the ground, further stimulating the circulation. Fish pose, so in this, we are compressing in these 2 poses. Fish pose, you are opening it up, opening your throat much more completely. The compression which we create by doing a fish pose, we are making it relax, we are making it expand, right? So these are the very classical pose for thyroid: shoulder stand, Sarvangasana, Halasana, Matsyasana, and camel pose, Ustrasana, that we did. Again, it stretches the front of the neck and the throat area. That's the underactive gland. So this is diagram which you already are familiar with. Look at the back. It's a straight, and you could use the support of the wall. The idea is you feel the constriction in your throat in this specific ailment, focuses on the throat. And this is Plow Halasana. Again, it's really squeezing your thyroid, your throat area. And here it's opening it up in the fish pose where the legs could be straight. This is classical, I guess, a little bit more advanced, where the legs are folded. And then again, it's stretched in the camel pose, Ustrasana. Okay, so we are familiar with all this. And anytime, if you have any specific question, don't hesitate to ask. Going to the energizing poses for hypo when it is slow. Sun salutation produces heat in the body, overall metabolic function it increases. Dhanurasana, which we did, it massages the internal organs, as we saw when we are lying down. A whole middle part of the body is it can help with the digestion. It just activates it. And the bridge pose, it stretches the neck and stimulates the thyroid in Setu Bandhasana. Bhujangasana, which we did, where again, without the intensity of shoulder stand, this helps you because you're looking at the ceiling higher. You are expanding, you're stretching your front of the neck. Okay. Those are some of the additional poses for hypothyroid. The sun salutation, which we did. Here is the bow, Dhanurasana. Bridge. One thing to note is again use blocks when you're treating this ailment. The blocks are definitely a good help, which you could put under the back, under the lower back, right? So that it is the focus on the so it becomes gentle first of all, because you can use different heights of the block, very base, middle, and so based on the comfort of the person, you can change the height. Supported Bhujangasana, bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. Here, Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Again, here also blocks can be used, where your hands will be resting on the blocks with the props. But idea is focusing on the neck and stretching the neck area. Let's get on to the pranayam for the hypo, underactive. Ujjayi breath. I trust this has been covered for you, where we take the tongue back and touch the upper lip and constrict our throat and make the sound of like a baby snoring, inhaling and exhaling. Do we need demonstrations, or you are comfortable? You have done this before?
Yes.
Yeah, we just did that yesterday, I think. So
Perfect.
but remember to put the tongue at the upper palate. Don't forget that, I think.
Move the tongue back and touch and rest it on the upper palate. Touch the upper palate. It becomes very natural, and then you constrict your throat, and then you can feel the sound. You can hear the sound of when inhaling, exhaling, like a cat purring or the baby snoring. And the other is Kapalabhati, where this is a fantastic way to get started in the morning, in general, and particularly for hypothyroid, where you feel tired or you just woke up, for example. It creates the heat in the body with the fast exhalation. Inhalation is automatic. Our body wants to breathe. That's instinct. But exhalation is more forceful, dynamic, and you can start with 1 round of 30, and then you can increase it over a bit of time to 45 to 60. And you will feel the heat in the body. You feel much more energized, much more awake. At any point, if you want any demonstration, interrupt me. Then cooling and grounding poses for move this for the hyperthyroid, where it's overactive. We want to cool it down. Balasana, child pose, Marjory asana, which we did, where it calms the nervous system when we are doing the child pose by resting the forehead. And the cat-cow stretch, it regulates the blood flow. It's again a gentle movement, calming, relaxing. Restorative yoga pose, Viparit Karni, again at 45 degrees, gently. Idea is not to squeeze too much, but trying to get your parasympathetic system activated, going from fight or flight to rest mode. And seated forward bend, again, that's also the heart is coming down. That's again a very relaxing, cooling, introspective pose. Of course, Savasana or Kayotsar, uh, fantastic pose, energizing pose, relaxing pose. Uh, um, you know, you could do corpse pose for as low as a couple of minutes, as high as 45 minutes, 1 hour. It depends on you, what time you have and what you want to achieve. Retreat Karni, seated forward bend, corpse pose. The Shitali produces coolness in the body. And again, you make a tube out of your tongue and you draw in the air. Because the area is constricted, the atmospheric air, it takes it in and it cools it down. Because it's a smaller area, cools it down and you feel the coolness in your mouth and your upper body. You actually, I think one of the Samnijis had mentioned in Rajasthan, when it gets too hot, they deploy this technique and they are thirsty after the sunset. This is so practical, it works. It has actually worked when you're hiking and you don't have enough water. I've tried this. This is really helpful. This is the Shitali Pranayama. Brahmari, this is a modified Brahmari where you're closing the ears. You don't have to. Again, with Mahapran Dhvani, where you're familiar with it. So this is again the sound. It creates the relaxing waves, and that waves helps you very calm. It's good for thyroid, soothing the thyroid and the mind. Chandrabedi, we want to activate the parasympathetic, so left nostril in and out through left nostril, or you can close the left, right, breathe in through left and exhale through right. Or you could do breathe in and out just through left. Either way, we are going to activate our parasympathetic through the left nostril. Sheetkari, which is you're clenching your teeth softly and then you're breathing in. And because it's a constriction, when the air from the atmosphere goes in, you feel coolness, you feel cooling effect. So again, it promotes calmness, activates the parasympathetic nervous system.
We haven't done this one. Can you show us how to do that? The
Okay, let me
Sheetkari.
stop sharing. Yeah, so your teeth are together. I'm going to demonstrate. Let me just go through this. Your teeth are together, and your tongue, the tip of the tongue is touching the lower front teeth. You inhale through the mouth while making hissing sound, and then exhale through both the nostrils. So let me stop sharing, and we can do it together. Sorry, the back is too much light, but you don't clench it, but have the upper and the lower jaws touching. And the tongue is pushing against the lower teeth. And then breathing in, while breathing in, it's going through the gaps in your teeth and it's going to produce that sound and coolness here. Exhaling through both the nostrils. Let's do it. It's a 3 rounds and let's see if you feel that coolness. Close the teeth. Rest the tongue in here. How do you feel? Are you able to feel any difference? Coolness?
It's cooling.
Yes, it does do the cooling effect. Yes.
It's amazing, right? Small
Yes.
things, the small openings in the teeth, when the air gets compressed through it, it cools down and it fills that area.
Ramesh bhai, could you please again
Yeah.
repeat the breathing technique here? I understood the teeth part, that you have to join them together and touch the tongue, to the lower teeth. But then how you breathe during this?
Yeah. You're breathing. Let me stop this here. You're breathing through both the nostrils.
Okay.
No retention. Okay. So you're breathing through the mouth, not breathing through the nose. Breathing through the
Okay.
mouth. The air is, but the teeth are closed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're exhaling through the nostrils. No
Okay.
retention.
Exhale
Right?
is through nostril, but breathing in is through teeth. Okay, I get
Through
it.
teeth,
Yeah.
because the gaps in the teeth, the air
Yeah.
gets compressed. So that compressed air, when it goes in, you feel the coolness.
Perfect. Thank you.
Let's see. Able to see, right? Okay. So let's we've done that. Then some of the thyroiditis is a inflammatory condition, and now you can see what kind of postures we can do to reduce that inflammation. Of course, without creating so much strain on the neck, because it could be hurting. Cat-cow stretch is one, which is very gentle neck movement. And we did neck rotation, neck sanchalana. We did the neck rotation clockwise, counterclockwise. You don't do the bending to the neck to the right and left, because that costs a lot of pain, or the floor or the ceiling. But you're gently making a rotation clockwise, counterclockwise. Yeah. And then slowly increasing based on the person's ability and how far they are able to do it. And again, this anti-inflammatory, we don't want to put too much strain on the neck. So baby cobra. Baby cobra could be both the palms on the ground, and head just comes off the ground. Okay. And we are trying to avoid camel or fish pose, because that could cause a lot of pain. Yeah, here are the neck stretches. This is a little bit pronounced, but I would suggest start very gentle and increase it as needed. Immune supporting inversions, leg up the wall, which is not too strenuous on your heart and neck area. And this is what I was saying about Setu Bandhasana, supported bridge. Always have, when you're working with people who have some thyroid condition, have as many props as possible and use them. And in this bridge, supported bridge is one area where you will use it. Okay. Restorative poses, of course, child pose and corpse pose. The other restorative pose is what we did. You're lying on your tummy. That's also a good restorative pose, where the toes are touching, heels falling by the side. You're making the pillow, one palm resting on the other and resting one side. That's also a nice restorative pose if you're trying to bring a little bit of variety, but make sure there is no strain on the neck. Okay. Wow, I thought I would have less time, but looks like I covered the presentation. If you have specific questions we want to discuss, or you want me to demonstrate any particular posture, let me know. I zipped through the pranayam because Tamniji and others have been covering it. Some of the poses you already are aware of it. We have been doing it in the class. Just the new postures we try to focus, such as bow. Yeah, go ahead, Dhanurasana. Go ahead, Rakesh bhai.
Okay, so I have a general question about hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism. In hypo, you mentioned poses, yoga poses, which stimulates the thyroid, right? Whether we are squeezing it or stretching it, through different poses. In hyper, we are mainly treating the symptoms, right? Like cooling, if because hyperthyroidism will generate heat in our body. So we are doing poses and pranayam to cool our body. Is that right?
Correct. Correct.
And then, so you mentioned some poses. Are those to directly affect the hyperthyroidism of the thyroid? We are not treating the source.
We
As
are
much.
not, again, this is not a replacement for medical treatment.
No,
This
no.
is
Yeah,
in addition.
I understand.
So these techniques are primarily to maintain, to address some of the challenges so that in the long term you get benefited more and more. So are we treating the source of it? I am not sure, Devendra Bhai, are we treating the source or are we just trying to reduce or activate our parasympathetic and reduce the sympathetic nervous system?
Well, I think some of your poses are actually aiding in the blood flow to try and reduce the inflammation also, because if you think about your thyroiditis, let's say thyroiditis, particularly in hypothyroid, you're also inflamed. Your thyroid is inflamed. So inflammation means your blood flow is a little limited and you've got sort of erratic oxygenation, let's say, of tissue. Just take a simple. And if I oxygen my tissue better, I'm going to reduce inflammation because I got better perfusion, better flow, better removal of toxins. And so part of, and if some of the poses, Ram, she said, is actually anti-inflammatory, I believe, the inflammation. So if you just take the Mahaprandwani, even some of those, even the stretching in general, even with Surya Namaskar, we know that all those are anti-inflammatory. They all reduce inflammation in your body. So you are trying to treat the root cause. And I would say that you might be preventing also. So I would not say it's just for, obviously other benefits, but you are attacking your core production inflammatory markers. So I think it's more than just making you feel better. I think it's also helping the root cause in a subtle way. Maybe not enough and not enough to change the medicines, but certainly enough in the long term that we probably see benefit.
So hyperthyroidism is a more serious condition.
Serious in a sense that we don't have a medicine, so you have to act on it somehow. We don't have an anti-hyperthyroid drug, let's say, just like hypothyroidism is very easy to treat. Like you put you on the replacement and you're normal, If I fine-tune it, you're fine. Now, of course, you want less drugs. Drugs still have issues, supply, and it's a nice brand. And so still get caught into some web of taking medicine to forget a medicine. So we do want to reduce the dependency and improve your functioning, which give you a better stability. But at least it's easy to manage in a general sense. Whereas hypothyroidism, you have to do something to the gland. If it's short term, you can try and you get the thyroiditis phase and you try and manage it. But if it's long term, then you have to do something. You have to remove some of the thyroid or do something ablative to reduce the amount you're making. So we don't have a simple medicine for that. So it's an important one to work on.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
and these are
Absolutely.
again, I'm fairly sure early on in the disease, pre-disease is probably where you get the best. What is about cure? I'm not sure cure is even a good answer, but certainly prevention, which is the first step for cure. I think second step for cure would be very feasible because of blood flow massaging and anti-inflammatory burden, with some other particular lifestyle changes. But I think this is quite powerful.
Yeah, I
As you see some
appreciate the
data.
attention. Yeah, I
We'll see
appreciate
some
the
data
attention.
along the way,
Yeah.
just how powerful this is. Right now, we've got some other research data presented in different disorders we're going to manage.
Yeah.
And our work, and you'll just see how potent this is.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate the attention given to this condition, thyroidism in general, because it is very common. You talk to people around us and in the office and in our social circle, it's very common. A lot of people do have this condition.
And cause a lot of misery, right? Constipation, and a lot of misery till they get help. And even when they
These
get
are
on it,
conditions which have been diagnosed. There are a lot of which go undiagnosed.
Correct.
But no, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure, that's good.
Thank you. Any other comments, question? I do have one thing while you're thinking. If you have anything, let me know. Otherwise, I do want to share one more thing. Last week, I saw a lot of discussion going back and forth in the group chat, and I thought I'd address it in this group. As I mentioned, there are so many schools of yoga. It's such an ancient science, ancient field. I call it wisdom technique. So there's no one way of doing it, and there's no one way that is the correct way. But to bring uniformity, we follow certain things and we stick to that. For example, sun salutation is just such a basic pose, but so many varieties. So don't get caught up in that. My suggestion is focus on adopting one and sticking to it. So that our end goal is to be confident so that we learn and we share and help others. That's the goal. It's not like whether I'm 100% correct or you're 100% correct. It is just adopting a technique, sticking to it, going forward. It's not right. Other techniques are not wrong either. But that's just what to keep in mind. Any other question before we split for the year? Kapalabhati, you're familiar with that, right? Good. Shitli, Shitkari, Chandrabhredi. I'm not sure, Devendra, why the research was not done on Surya Bhedi for hypo, because that can activate your sympathetic. Perhaps more research needs to be done.
I think I don't see any problem with that. I'm sure that makes sense.
I did not include it, but I just used the research that I found out and share only those. But creating heat in the body, increasing your metabolism, anything that produces heat that activates a right nostril, using right nostril, we could adopt that. Good. Vandami, any advice, suggestion? Oh, wow, I see two Vandamis.
Sorry, just.
Double blessed.
Okay, so thank you very much for giving so many, suggesting so many exercise for addressing the problem of thyroid. And you have answered very well that why we are practicing all this. The main purpose is to prevent and also to help in what we say in curing the problem. Those people who are having such problems, they can also be cured by practicing all those things. But yes, it depends on the practice, their seriousness, their affirmation, and a strong will and faith in the practices. And it is true that it is an ancient tradition in the yoga is very ancient. So there are so many variations, and different people are practicing in different ways. The Chinese people are suggesting in their own ways. The Japanese are suggesting in their own ways. So they have all techniques, and they may all be very effective, and they may address the same issues. Instead of that, we are learning just whatever is given in Praksha meditation system, and we have to be strict to that. We cannot adopt everything and anything, and we cannot learn all things in one class. So just we have to be strict to our textbooks which have been given, and all the instructions, they are being given by the experts. So Ramesh Parmari has been giving Praksha meditation courses from many years. So he is well versed, an expert of all these yogic practices of Praksha meditation and all the techniques of meditation also he knows very well. And he knows the scientific base of all those things, how they are working, affecting, and he has done experiments on many people through his camps. So I think whatever he's said, that is absolutely true. We have to be committed to our own system, and we can learn. Our mind should always be open and receptive to learn things from many other different sources which are good and helping us. So thank you very much, Rameshji. You have given all wonderful sessions. Okay.
Thank you, Vandami, for the opportunity.
Very effective, very strong voice, and very good knowledge about the things.
I mean, these have been the formative poses. Dr. Acharya Sri and you are there to guide us. So, and all these are formative poses. Now, as we go deeper into each different ailments, we are going to use our tools from our toolbox. So this is, I think, a very interesting phase This was the formation phase so far, last few months, last few weeks, and now we are going to apply that. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you again for everyone for your support and giving me an opportunity.
One thing I might add, Samiji, if I may, is that Rameshji is not only trained and then taught many, but he's taught many in America, like Americans. One of the advantages for learning from him is he's actually majority treated Americans, particularly taught them, trained them. So he's got the ability to communicate in a way that makes sense in America, which I think is important. So some of the ways it expresses and says things is good to incorporate, because I think that's how, that's like somebody who's done a good job for many years, who learned these tricks and techniques from somebody. His approach is, unique in that sense. So you'll see many different versions, but, we're in America, so we need to have it in a version that Americans understand and follow. And I think that's one thing he does extremely well. So keep that in mind. Thank you again, Ramesh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very
Happy
much,
New
Rameshji.
Year.
Amazing
Happy
session.
holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Very
Vandana
good
Namaste,
session.
Samiji.
Thank you, Vandana
Vandana
Samiji.
Samiji.
Vandana
Namaste,
Samiji.
Samiji.
Kritagya.
Permata.